Hello everybody and welcome to the first video produced under my new channel name, Twisted Banana Productions, which is a change from the old name, Danland53, which is just a bunch of names put together. This is, well, I'll log out to show you what I'm playing because it might be a good idea. This is part of that Sword Art Online anime series of games that they've been releasing. This one is called Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. It's just think of an anime version of like The Division or Gears of War or something, but lower your expectations and lower your budget a little bit. So I'm running on a New Game Plus right now. I finished the game yesterday, and I've been doing a second playthrough. So it's I'm just gonna kind of run through some of the things about this game, and of course the main reason why for some reason I just can't stop playing it. I don't know what it is. I just am really into this. So you have your main character. Looks like that. Your character is fully customizable at any point by going to the character creation screen. And it's pretty typical. Make her any size you want. I tried going with 5, but she's taller than everybody else in the game, and it is so weird. You cannot change the sex of your character or the associated gender, but only at the beginning of the game. There are several options, and a lot more options than you might think for a game like this. It's the various kind of stuff, you know. And unlike the Xenoblade Chronicles X, they left the breast or chest size slider in the game. So they left that in there. Various hairstyles. I like that you can have the hair also has highlights as well. It's not just one boring hair color. Going with this for now based on my character preferences. You know, change various things. Decals, eyebrows, eye color, hair color, usual type of stuff that you would in a character designer. Voices. The voices aren't coming out right now. I guess I can't play the voice for some reason. Interesting. But that's just one of the many problems that you'll... Did I revert everything? Or... No, okay. So, this is a home base, as you will. People are drawing some comparisons to Phantasy Star Online, but like I said, lower your expectations, lower your budget. You have your basic status, strength, vitality, agility, all that stuff. It actually tells you at the bottom of the screen what they do. I'm just kind of boosting strength right now. I gained a level apparently, so I'll do that. You have sets of skills that you get based on what weapon you want to use. So right now I'm using an assault rifle and a shotgun. On the right side are your weapon rank, your power, your memory chips, or the stats that you have on each weapon. They go from uncommons, rares, to epics and legendaries. There isn't any armor. Your defense is decided by your skills, but you can, change the look of your character. I'll do that right now. Those of you who watch the anime might recognize this costume. Or me, who saw like 3 episodes. This is your AI friend. She wants to... Yeah. The voices are turned off right now. I didn't want to keep the screeching Japanese voices, which They just, it's like Xenoblade when they never stop talking, and it gets old after a while, so I've turned them off for now. You can find a million videos online with the voices enabled. Something interesting I think about this, your AI character here. Fun fact, this character is based off my previous playthrough character. So I just styled her in that way. We have our banking, which is really interesting that you can actually set an allowance for her. She'll spend her own money. You can choose your settings. You can, what you do, you can check your balance, you can deposit. There's interest, which is why I have $21 million, because I have the interest from that. That's really interesting. You can, of course, change outfits, emotes, and the settings of your AI. You have a choice to put her in your party, your active party or not. So you have your basic settings. Healing, heal in moderation, prioritize reviving, attack on battle start. We should prioritize attacking though. Attack on start, heal in moderation, and prioritize reviving. So set that up. Like I said, she has a lot of settings. So, but what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you this system. You got to change outfit. Now your outfit type is determined by the character creator, but kind of strangely your outfit settings are determined by something else. I just wanted to change the color of things. Go with the character more. So anyway, I'm playing this on Steam. I'm sure the load times would be a lot slower on the Xbox, but I'm not really sure about that or not. It's also on PS4, Xbox, and PC. Not sure if it's on anything else right now. So you have several things. You have your character, your status I went through, your skills, which are you can equip for each weapon that you have, or you can just go to general skills and learn whatever you want. There are sword skills here and just a variety of things to equip, and some of them are only applicable to certain weapons. Gadgets, which are like just first aid kit. I don't find gadgets very useful in this game, but there are some that are useful. So, costume, accessories, which not only give you stats, but also give you a certain look, like the beret, for example. So, and your item list. There is not enough capacity for items in this game. That's the one problem it has. You have your friend list. So if you want any members of the cast of Sword Art Online to join you, like Sinon or it's the cast of Sword Art Online. If you're into that anime, they're all here. I think that's most of them. Kirito could put in, and actually I'm not putting Kirito in. Putting my AI in there. Okay. You have these medals that you can earn by doing various things. Medals allow you to buy various things, which I'll get into later. Let's see here. Here's your map. Here's your quest list and your map. The lobby is where we'll warp here real quick. The lobby is where you choose your quests. You choose monster hunting. There's different places you can go to get monster hunting quests or buy weapons and armor. Multiple places where you can do each. So if I run over here, I can check out the current monster hunts. So I'm just gonna activate a bunch of these right now. You want to have them all active just so you get, when you kill enough of a certain enemy type as you'll encounter in the game, you'll get special things. There's your gadget shop here, weapon shop here. Not super helpful late in the game, but you can you know, the different types of weapons have different stats and rates of fire and effective ranges and all that fancy stuff. You get bullets by killing kind of the certain enemies, maybe the more fodder enemies, like the smaller enemies. But you can also buy them if you start to run out. You can buy any of the costumes. Oh, that's... Wait, I can buy these now? Maybe that's a New Game Plus thing. I don't remember ever being able to buy the higher end stuff. So that's, you know, that's that part of it. There's all kinds of rankings. There's PvP. So you can exchange your medals that you get. Anytime you use an ability or heal or any of that kind of stuff, you get one of those medals. The medical medals sign, and also you can get, you know, by getting double kills, triple kills, you can get the little gun symbol medals, or you can get the, like I said, support medals you get from using your support abilities or buffs or whatever, and you get weapon medals from using your weapon, double kills, triple kills, and you get attack medals for like inflicting status ailments and a variety of things. You can boost the number of medals you get, and you can buy costumes or SP to, if you want to equip more skills, or stuff for weapon transformation. Of course, we're gonna do that, show that a little bit. So you go to Kirito's room. It's kind of odd that everyone gathers in Kirito's room, but as the main character of a successful anime, I see why. You can go here to have items appraised. I already, they're not very good, but you can appraise items here. Lizbeth will enhance weapons. Essentially, this is take a weapon and you can use materials to upgrade the weapon rank, which upgrades the stats of a weapon. Nothing really too special here. Transform lets you trade the skills around. It's not as robust as, say, like The Division, but it's pretty good. You can do all the same stuff here you can do over there. Since my items are stacking up, I have to constantly, at least in my second playthrough, I have to make a lot of space for weapons. So we're gonna sell all of this. Sell all of these things that we've been getting. It always reminds you that there's, it's kind of idiot proof. It reminds you there's items that you don't need to sell. Okay. So we go to, it's easy to find a quest. It's marked with an exclamation point. We're going to go to the field. Let's go to the underground labyrinth, and our job is to go to one of these two areas that has the... It's weird because if you pick underground labyrinth here, you'll go to the actual dungeon. If you pick field, you'll actually go to... You can actually go to the field location of the labyrinth versus the dungeon map itself. So we're going to head toward the lighthouse and do one of the game quests. Now, majority of the enemies are of a lower level than me. It's a New Game Plus, so I'm level 76. So most of them will go down pretty quickly. So it's pretty generic third-person shooter. You have an assist mode, which you can turn on or off fairly easily. The aiming is, they have this auto aim feature. Literally, you aim at it, you know. You can also manually aim. Now, I use a controller, and the control is a lot better with a keyboard and mouse, but I like the way a controller feels. The problem is the aiming is really difficult it's really hard to get a really good targeting. That's why I think the enemies have weak spots unless you can actually shoot them. So I can use a status helmet right there. Of several abilities, I have the good old dodge roll. Healing is really weird in this game, but you eventually get a healing circle, so it heals you in the circle. There's also bullets that heal you. You can shoot people and it heals them. And I also have a shield, which can be, a limited time kind of get out of danger. But there's a lot of builds. You can do more offensive type builds, and there's some customization, but it's not super deep. But sometimes I prefer games that are just that are decent but not super overly complex. So I think it's pretty. For me, I like the general concept of the game. Yeah, some of the enemies will have their sights on you, and that's when you rolling out of the way is helpful. But there are some definite hit detection issues with the sights. You'll get enemies love to use them. They're kind of cheap sometimes. The hardest bosses in the game are the ones where they don't have any kind of cover, so you have to utilize the well-timed dodge rolls or the shield. But again, you can play however you want. There's lots of customization. Enemy players, whoops. Kind of a hard area. See, you can't do anything against the... And I'm over leveled, so it gets really crazy when you're under level. You're just a little bit squishy for my taste in this game, but... The dungeon design is not very creative. It's just basically a bunch of warehouses. Your AI helpers are also kind of dumb. They've gotten stuck in objects. I got to the final boss and they were outside the arena, not even attacking him. I was beyond irritated. And ultimately the game is pretty simple, but I find it, for some reason, just incredibly fun, and I can't seem to put it down. We've all played that game that keeps us up to like 3 a.m. because you just got to do one more thing. And this game is that for me. Despite its flaws and... I was really hesitant to buy this, and I eventually just decided, oh, what the heck, let's do it. And I made a pretty good choice there, but I've been burned by a lot of these games, and I've heard the other games in the series are not as good. I even talked to a guy who was a fan of Sword Art and these games, and he said, yeah, it's actually a good game. He said, and I'd have to agree with him. Despite, quite a few glaring faults, but you could call it the otaku division. All right, one more thing. You also have, I don't use it very much, but you have a handy dandy grappling hook that can be used on surfaces. I think you can jump to and use it, yeah. It's supposed to be more, you know, for those times when you have trouble evading an attack or something. All right. So you start running slowly and then you run faster, which when you're trying to evade attacks can be pretty bad sometimes. Like, if only I ran faster sooner, I would have not get hit. I'm not there yet, but later in the game you get the ability to dual wield weapons, which is a lot of fun. And you literally will do double damage. You fire at the exact same time. But it's a necessity for those tougher bosses later in the game. So the red bullets are the weak spots. When you shoot them in the right spot. There's one AI problem. They like to stand there. That's a midpoint. I can be lazy because I'm at a high level. So you complete quests as you go. Yeah, I would get frustrated often with some of the strength of some of the enemies. There's a certain enemy called the Facsimile that they seem to just like two-shot you, and I've had a lot of difficult run-ins with them. I also find the general game to be a little unbalanced. You'll have a super easy boss fight, but a super hard level to get there, and vice versa. So. Ow. I failed. I'm trying to shoot the cannon from behind, but... no. There we go. Yeah, they have weak spots too. But I find it, just because of the aiming, at least on a controller, is just pretty difficult. I mean, you do get used to it. You can adjust sensitivity and all that, but I had a hard time shooting properly. Oh yeah. Yep. Looks pretty similar, so I end up backtracking a lot. There we go. I think one of the reasons why this game is appealing to me is because there's always something for me to grind for. If that's a level or just something, a challenging enemy to face, or a level to clear, or something, that there always seems to be something to grind for. And gain a few levels and learn a new skill or get a new costume, or I don't know. That's why I think I enjoy it, because I think it's fun and it moves quickly, and reasons why I can't quit playing this game. And even though I finished it and I'm just running through it again. But I also heard there were difficulty modes, so trying to shoot that. I don't mind, I'm not taking damage from it. Not that much, at least. I'm trying to aim for the weak spot. That shield works really good. You can block all kinds of stuff with it. Okay. Yeah, it's nice to be over leveled. So now there's another, the next part of the quest to do. This will take us back to the surface, but I will probably just warp there. Ship graveyard. I think I have to kill a sandworm. Might as well do that too. Follow the road. This area has an crazy abnormal amount of enemies in it. Oh, get roasted. Oh. I couldn't do it in time. Nope, I'm gone. And there's a smoke bomb. Now I get to wait. See, this is where the AI likes to falter a bit. Oh, that worked out good, but sometimes they'll just mess around. Another death. I'm at level 75. Of course, we all gonna die? Yeah. Just reload your damn weapon. Come on, let's go. Die, die, die. I can't tell where the enemy players are and the drones are. Ugh. Players are dead though. Okay. But yeah, luckily you can revive pretty easily, you know, if the AI is willing to cooperate with you. Oh, and I got a delinquent pissed at me. That's nice. Yeah, it's also got that Xenoblade problem where enemies will that charge homes in. I cannot avoid that. I have to use my shield or yeah, eventually when I get the dual wielding, all of this becomes easier. Yeah, I started using the shield when I got to a boss that I could not defeat through the, you know, normal means, and it's been very helpful. All right, here's our sandworm. This boss is pretty easy. Then you move forward and he'll think you're... Obviously a Tremors ripoff, but it reminds me of Tremors, like, you know, standing on the rock to avoid getting hit and avoid getting killed. And, you know. There's also like lots of buffs and debuffs, people who like that kind of thing, but oh, he's never done that before. But I'm paralyzed. Luckily, my guy can heal status. So all of the healing, poison, a lot of the elemental attacks and positive status stuff are healing and such are done through circles. Where'd he go? Oh, disappeared for a second there. That was weird. He like his animation stopped like completely. Oh. I've never seen him do that. But he's dead, so. You gotta get the quest done with the poison crawlers, so we'll do that. Dropped a rare item. Looks like a rocket launcher. Alright. And there's that quest done. Then we gotta go to the Old South, which I will show you guys briefly, because this is actually my favorite area to grind in, to fight the enemies and do some loops. There's a nice spot where you can go fight a bunch of players who give you about 6,000 experience apiece, and then go fight some like the delinquent you saw me fight, the large charging enemy, and fight some of those. And doing that gets you levels pretty quickly, and you go back and forth. So as I'm getting these quests done, you can see that I've completed a few of them. We're just doing them as we go. So here's your, pretty standard abandoned city up there, but I kind of like it. This is one of my favorite areas, I think, because I like the music and the enemies aren't too bad, and there's some cool, mechs and stuff. I'll use the shotgun real quick. Also have a different skill, explosive shot. So as my last thing I do today before I sign off here, I'll take out this giant bee here. I'm getting medals for just inflicting status. So, oops, overweight. That means I've run out of item capacity. I like that. And over there is the delinquent enemy, or I think they're called something else. But yeah, you can explore the city. It's kind of cool. Reminds me of games like Bullet Witch and stuff like that, where there's the way the city is done. But kind of it's. Like I said, the game, it's running on Unreal Engine 4, but I mean, I've seen better looking Unreal Engine 3 games. Yeah, it's just it's a pretty average game as far, but for some reason, I really, really enjoy it. And just kind of fun to mess around in. So I will, well, that concludes today's video. Thanks for watching and supporting the channel. And let me know if you want to see more content like this, more descriptions and playthroughs of games, or if you'd rather see more of the animation videos, or maybe even reaction videos, or I have a few ideas. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you all later. Have a good day.